My name is Elena. I'm 29, and a few weeks ago my own family told me, like it was nothing, that I was too expensive to bring on vacation. It was an evening call. I said, what if we took a small trip together? A few days. Beach, pool, I can help with some of it. My mother sighed. We're broke. We can't afford to take you this year. Trent's laugh crackled through the speaker, sharp and smug. Yeah, Len, staying home saves us money. I went still. I'd spent years being the fix. When Dad's appointments stacked up, Mom would call with that trembly voice. When Trent's kids needed something urgent, my phone lit up. I sent money and told myself it was temporary, that families carried each other. And now I was the thing to cut. I forced out a polite laugh. Sure, no worries, I get it. After we hung up, my Houston apartment felt hollow. I opened my banking app and scrolled through the transfers, months of just this once. Something in me finally resisted the familiar pull of guilt. I wasn't rich. I had student loans and a careful paycheck. But I had credit card points, and I had the sudden need to spend one good thing on myself. So I booked a tiny solo trip to New York. Economy ticket, a friend's couch, and a strict budget that made me feel in control. 2 weeks later, I zipped a carry-on, checked in online, and saw economy on my boarding pass. I stared at my reflection in the dark phone screen and said, this counts. Then I walked into Bush Intercontinental, found the long line, and let it swallow me, refusing to think about Florida. In the economy line, I heard it. Trent's laugh too loud for the hour. My stomach dropped like I'd missed a step. I turned. There was Mom, Janice, leaning on a glossy suitcase at the first-class counter, a new cardigan hugging her shoulders, coffee in hand like she lived here. Trent stood beside her, charming the agent. His wife, Bree, held her phone high for selfies while their kids, Milo and Tessa, bounced and flashed boarding passes like trophies. Big seats? Tessa squealed, pointing at the first-class sign. Trent grinned. We're doing it right. Janice laughed, warm and satisfied. After everything we've been through, we deserve something nice. I stood there in my hoodie, my crumpled economy pass sweating in my fist right there. No panic on their faces. No, we're broke. Just ease. Ropes parting, priority tags swinging. The destination on their luggage made my vision pinch. Orlando, Florida, the trip I'd suggested, the trip I'd apparently priced out of my own family. I could have walked over. I could have asked, gently or viciously, why I was the only thing too expensive. Instead, I turned back to my line and let strangers inch me forward while they glided away. On the flight to New York, wedged between a snoring man and a woman pounding keys, I replayed the scene until my chest felt scraped raw. Every excuse my mind offered, miles, deals, gifts, collapsed under one plain truth. They hadn't forgotten me. They'd chosen me last. New York was bright, loud, merciful. I laughed with friends, ate dollar-slice pizza, and still every quiet moment brought back that first-class smile. When I landed in Houston days later, my phone lit up with Mom before my suitcase hit the floor. Honey, Janice said, bright and brittle, the gas bill's overdue and your dad's appointment. Could you help just this once? I stared at my half-unpacked suitcase. Were you broke when you booked first class to Orlando? A pause, then a nervous laugh. It was points. A deal. Trent needed a break. The kids... I saw the tags, I said. You told me I was too expensive. You lied. Her voice snapped. You don't have children. You'll be fine. I opened my banking app and scrolled the long trail of transfers, each one a tiny surrender. I'm done. No more auto payments. No more just this once. She inhaled, offended. Your father is sick. I love Dad, I said, but love isn't a credit line. Trent called next, loud and sure I'd fold. I said, you can't keep spending like my paycheck is your parachute, and ended the call first. 2 weeks later, Janice rang again, crying for real. 3 missed mortgage payments, a final notice. I pictured Orlando, The first-class curtain, her smile. Call the bank, I told her. Refinance, sell, downsize. But I'm not draining my future to patch your past. They sold the house I grew up in. Bree stopped posting vacation grins. Milo and Tessa lost soccer, then the big backyard, then the illusion that wishing counts as planning. At night, my phone stayed quiet, and for once the silence felt like mine. My own accounts finally looked like mine. I built an emergency fund, took a small trip, cash, no guilt, and watched the plane door close behind me like an ending.